So, YouTube has deleted another one of my videos. You know, just zoom, gone, that's it. Thankfully, again, on this one, no strike, which is a little weird. You know, this so violates our terms of policy, but we're not going to strike your channel over it. But actually, how did YouTube been striking my channel for these videos? We're now at 3 in 2 months, which means my channel will be gone. You know, for what? 3 videos debunking coronavirus conspiracies. Okay, YouTube, the coronavirus says thank you. But I mean, this last one, they actually took it down for spreading disinformation about the coronavirus. And it's like, no. The video that was taken down, by the way, was the Dr. Rashid Butter Busted video. Just so we're clear, Dr. Rashid Butter is an absolute Fruit Loop conspiracy nutter, to the point where, yeah, he's in on everything. Not just the coronavirus, although he loves that. Before this, he was an anti-vaxxer. And then he was into, you know, injecting all sorts of weird stuff into people with cancer. Cures their cancer. And he got sort of reprimanded by a medical board for that. And I saw one of them the other day claiming that the Beirut explosion was actually caused by a missile. And it's like, what? First of all, it's known that there have been 3,000 tons of ammonium nitrate stored there for forever. And secondly, what the hell's the point of blowing up a dock? Why do you actually need a missile? The missile is completely pointless. I mean, it's what, someone stored all these 3,000 tons of ammonium nitrate there for 10 years so they could blow it up now? Anyway, in this particular case, the good doctor was claiming with absolute steel certainty that wearing a mask would, the water from your breath would react with the polypropylene in the mask to cause a histotoxic hypoxic injury. Terrible, terrible stuff until you actually understand what he's saying. And it makes absolutely no sense. These things are made of polypropylene, which is one of the least reactive materials known to man. Yeah. So I showed that you can dip polypropylene in concentrated hydrochloric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, in the most concentrated vicious drain cleaner, and I even use polypropylene to handle sodium potassium alloy. The stuff is indestructible. The idea that this reacts with water is just bullshit. Let alone to react with water to give you some sort of toxic brew. And yeah, even if that were true, why did they wear them in operating theatres? And he then goes on to make the claim that no, you can just prove it to yourself. You just get a little finger clip oxygen meter and put on a mask, and you can watch your blood oxygen meter, your blood oxygen levels drop. So of course I do that exact experiment with 2 finger clip blood oxygen meters, and it has no effect whatsoever. And Butter makes these claims, the doctor makes these claims in a gazillion of videos, and they're all up still on YouTube. Meanwhile, my video is taken down for spreading disinformation or misinformation about the coronavirus and information that contradicts the World Health Organization. And it's like, what are you boys on? Anyway, this isn't the first video that's been taken down like this. There are at least 2 others. Again, debunking idiots who don't understand basic science and think that they've got some knockdown argument that masks are actually really dangerous, which is why doctors wear them in operating theatres, because they deplete your blood oxygen levels, and it's much safer to operate when you've got a histotoxic hypoxic injury and your blood oxygen has crashed God knows how much. I mean, in any event, the whole argument about the blood oxygen is pretty much a moot point. In the First of all, you can wear these things for an extended period of time, and I've not managed to get any depletion on my blood oxygen level. On top of that, turns out if you get in a plane, planes are pressurized at a reduced atmosphere. So, when they're on the ground, it's 1 atmosphere, and then they go up to 30,000 feet, 10 kilometers, where there's basically a quarter of an atmosphere of pressure, but they actually pressurize them at about 5,000-ish feet. That's high American desert type pressures. And at that, I've been told, not actually done it myself yet, that, because you've reduced the atmospheric pressure of oxygen by 10%, that does deplete your blood oxygen. So it's just one of those things. Even if they were right, so what? But it turns out, even at that, they were wrong. And the other guy, the other video that got deleted, it's about 2 months ago now, was this politician who had got some oxygen meter, and he claims that just putting on the mask depletes your blood, depletes the oxygen that you're breathing to dangerous levels in seconds. And of course, all he was really doing was, when I breathe in, it's 15% oxygen, 20% oxygen. When I breathe out, it's 15% oxygen, 5% carbon dioxide. That's all he was measuring. The difference between inhaled breath and exhaled breath. It would have made no difference whether he had a mask on or not. Right? And you've got to breathe in, you've got to breathe out carbon dioxide, because otherwise you're dead. If you're not breathing out carbon dioxide, you've got no metabolism. That's something you really should see a doctor about. Anyway, so this politician, what was he, Nino Vitali or something? In a prize-winning act of stupidity, he had some oxygen meter, and the oxygen sensor was on one side. So when he was doing the experiment, when he has the mask on, it's right by his face, so he's breathing right onto the sensors, and then he wants to prove that it's not just the exhaled breath that's setting it off. So he breathes on every part of the device except the oxygen meter, to prove that it's not his breath that's doing it. But if it wasn't going off when he was breathing on it, then he would be dead. He wouldn't be producing any carbon dioxide. So that was the first video that got taken down, again for spreading conspiracy theories about the coronavirus. Yeah. And of course, YouTube has a dedicated system that efficiently corrects mistakes like this. So I appeal these decisions, and in some of the cases, the decision is rejected in less time than it would have taken to have actually watched the video. So it's absolutely crystal clear. No human has watched these videos, because no human could watch any of these videos and come to the conclusion that, yeah, this is spreading disinformation about the coronavirus. No one. No human could do that. Well, okay, maybe the conspiracy theory nutters, but I don't think that's what YouTube's going for here. Anyway, so the appeals are rejected almost immediately. It's almost a waste of time submitting them. But after that, it seems that if you want to get YouTube's attention, it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. So, I sent them a few rather irately worded tweets, and they got back to me saying, I forget what they said on Twitter actually, but anyway, I contacted them through YouTube partner support or something, and there they said, oh yeah, we'll look into this. Yeah, initially, by the way, they said the decision was final, absolutely nothing that could be done about it. And then I kicked up the stink on Twitter, and it's like, well, yeah, okay, we'll take another look at it. And that's now been rolling on for about 2 months, right? So initially they said, we'll take a look at it, and then every week afterwards I've got an automated response saying that, yeah, we've not forgotten about it, we're getting right on it right now. And it's been about 2 months. With this video that was taken down, of course I put in the appeal, and it was rejected in less time than it would have taken you to have watched the video. So yeah, no humans involved in any of this. And part of me thinks that this channel is cursed, and I'm not quite figured out whether it's all the baggage that this channel has, all the enemies that this channel has made over the years, of which there are plenty. You go all the way back to the creationists or the feminists or the rather devoted Islam people, or the people who think that free water from air devices will work if you just believe hard enough, or solar roadways or so forth. For certain, there are people who hate watch my videos because there are always a load of people who downvote it immediately. And or it could be, all the Brexit people, they all hate me. And who else? All the punch-ups with the alt-right people I've had. They all hate me with a passion as well. And of course all the conspiracy nutters. So yeah, there's quite a bit of baggage here. So I don't know whether it's they go through and flag my channel, flag every video I put up, and this gets the attention of the algorithm, or whether it's just when I put one of these things up, YouTube just does the voice to text conversion thing, does a word map of it. And because a lot of the stuff that I'm debunking is nutters of one sort or another, that they've got me lumped in the same sort of parameter space as the people that I'm debunking. Because this is the crazy thing. A lot of the videos, Butter. I mean, he's got loads of videos up where he's claiming that masks deplete your blood oxygen levels. And yeah, whatever, no problem. He even had he's got some more nuttier things than that up on YouTube. I mean, he's into absolutely every goddamn conspiracy you can think of. But no, that's fine. But me, I'm up to 3 now. Another thing that thinks it might be baggage related to the Thunderfoot channel is I've got a second channel, Voice of Thunder. And with that, I've done an entire series of videos covering the coronavirus. Not even a peep out of any of them. I've even done extended videos debunking coronavirus conspiracy nutters, and again, they're fine. In fact, one of the more recent ones was, because the tiers on the coronavirus conspiracy nutters goes up and up and up. They're way past 5G now. They're into these things called hydrogels. So the latest video that I debunked on the Voice of Thunder was some woman who was worried about Human 2.0. And of course, it's a viral video. It's got 500,000 hits, that sort of thing. And in this video, she claims that people like Elon Musk are pro-transhumanism, and therefore they're going to use the coronavirus vaccine to modify your DNA, along with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they're going to use hydrogels, which are comprised of nanorobots, which will monitor everything about you and then transmit it off to the web somehow. And the hydrogels is just the most dumb thing of all, because all hydrogels are like polymers. Some polymers will swell up with various things, and one of the things they can swell up with is water. So this is basically what hydrogels are. Face cream would be a nice example of a hydrogel. And this is what she thinks contains the nanorobots, and it's all instrumental in the coronavirus vaccine somehow. And again, hundreds of thousands of hits on YouTube. Before I made my video, it was again a sort of 98% approval rating. YouTube doesn't even bat an eyelid at this. And plus, they just spew out the names of a few billionaires, and they're all out to get you somehow. And it's like, I'm not too sure I see that. Elon Musk he was the one who tweeted out early on, the coronavirus panic is dumb. I think that was when there were a few hundred cases in America. Now it's up to a few million, 5 million, something like that. Almost 200,000 dead. And who else is? Oh yeah, they absolutely got it in for Bill Gates. And the thing is that I don't see it at all. Bill Gates is the guy who got astronomically rich off Windows and Office and really aggressive, really shitty tactics with shitty software. And in some ways I see him in the same category as Musk. Musk was one of these guys who got obscenely rich, and okay, now he's looking to spend his money doing something, which is kind of good. I like that. Some of the stuff is obviously bullshit, like the Hyperloop. Others is really significantly overhyped, like the rockets and the cars. But whatever, I approve of I approve of people, billionaires, trying to spend their money like that. And Bill Gates is kind of similar like that in... I can't but help feel that a lot of what Bill Gates is doing with this trying to cure some of these diseases is atoning for the sins of Microsoft. That they've got obscenely rich, and if he just takes his money to the grave, that's his legacy. So they put quite a lot of money into trying to cure all these diseases in the third world, because you actually save a lot of lives for a relatively small amount of money doing this. Which is why, of course, he had this TED Talk where he was saying that the only thing that can really kill millions, tens of millions of people in the West is a novel pandemic. And for this, now the conspiracy virus nutters have it in for him. And I just don't see it. Anyway, I digress. The bottom line is my video was taken down for spreading coronavirus conspiracies. I immediately filed the appeal. The appeal was immediately rejected, and I've now written to YouTube, who say, we'll get right on it. So, another thing that actually kind of bugs me about it is this was actually one of the Patreon supported videos. I'm putting this in the Patreon supported feed. This is just to keep you updated on the crazy pills. But yeah, this was a video that was actually supported by patrons, and You know, I mean, it's yeah, they're essentially being robbed like this. So at some point, I'm going to, if YouTube doesn't sort it out, I'm going to modify the video and upload it on the Voice of Thunder channel. I did that with the Nino Vitali video and it went through fine there because reasons. Anyway, so I'll keep you updated, but I'm not holding my breath. So many thanks for all your support and see you next time.